So, with some recent drama from Andor Season 2, Star Wars Theory has the entire internet trying to destroy him, and that includes right-wing, anti-woke bastions of hope as well. Now, I'm not one to be taking part in drama, but this is a situation where a truly authentic creator like Star Wars Theory is being dogpiled by a big load of freaks who need to be called out. But before we get into it, if you want to help out the channel, maybe consider subscribing or becoming a patron. So over here is the drama that I'm talking about. And in my opinion, Star Wars Theory is doing a great job because he's just proving that the people who hate him are just freaks. So here's the original tweet that kind of started it. Star Wars Theory says, SA in Star Wars feels unnecessary. You can portray power dynamics and making the audience hate the Empire in other ways without taking it to such a disgusting place. That's a perfectly normal statement. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Then he says Vader wouldn't tolerate that crap, nor does the Empire condone it. It has no place in Star Wars, period. Unnecessary. So yeah, is the line about Vader and the Empire not condoning it a bit strange, but in my opinion, he's not really far off. Because if you're an actual fan of the franchise, you realize that Vader isn't just space mustache man from World War II. He actually does have good in him, and if you can't see that, then you're not a Star Wars fan. And also, it's Star Wars. I don't care what you want to say about him saying Vader and the Empire wouldn't condone it. It's Star Wars. There's no place for it anywhere near the franchise. And he would know because he's a Star Wars fan. Don't try to pull up some weird Legends comic or some book from last year saying, well, this also had SA in it. It doesn't matter. It wasn't in the first 6 movies, the majority of books and comics, most of which you haven't read, whoever is arguing here against Star Wars Theory. Of course, this guy from all people would say that. Skull emoji. Say what? That SA in a kid's franchise is not necessary. I hate to say it, pal, but with this tweet that you just put out at Star Wars Theory, you just proved that you're a retard. And trust me, this guy isn't alone. There's tons of freaks all across the internet who are trans, furries, who all hate Star Wars Theory and are bringing up words like, this guy's not a good person. You can't talk about any moral superiority when you're like a furry, you freak. This guy here actually opposes it, saying, another tweet of people taking Theory out of context and crapping on him. The freak responds, and what's the original context? Enlighten me, please. I don't want to see that word in Star Wars. I don't know why this is a thing being pushed on me to have to want to be cool with. Once again, it's a perfectly normal statement that still stands. People have to realize that just because the Empire is the bad guys in Star Wars doesn't mean they have to commit real world atrocities and bad things. Like, that's an argument that a lot of these people are making, saying that, oh, the Empire enslaves planets and takes out millions of people, and you're trying to say that they wouldn't do that? But Theory is right. They wouldn't do that because it's Star Wars, a fictional universe that never had any of this weird stuff in it. I'm just gonna say something. I don't care if you're left or right. If you disagree with this, go screw yourself. Star Wars never had swearing or SA anywhere near it. And what's the brand new thing that they just both appeared in and were brought into the Star Wars universe? Andor, some crappy Trump allegory woke fest. People of color swearing, stuff like this. It's fake Star Wars. Why would you ever defend it? And that brings me on to the right-wing people that also have a problem with Theory. People like the Critical Drinker and Mauler who have no backbone.
My argument in my tweet was like, I don't think that if Vader saw some shit like that happening, I don't think he would leave it unchecked. I don't think he would walk by.
Like, Vader's opinions on this wouldn't be relevant, right?
He's still Anakin at the end of the day, and Anakin wouldn't stand for that shit.
No, but it's just not relevant. Like, why would Vader's opinion matter here?
I just don't think that that's something that the Empire would be cool with if they actually saw it. I don't think it
I think the Empire wouldn't give a shit about the people that they're subjugating and murdering in mass levels.
Shut up, bitch!
That's the point that they're making here. It's like, okay, when you've got no real oversight and you've essentially got unlimited power over this little community or whatever, what are guys like that going to do?
Okay, so first of all, the person tweeting this is some non-white person saying, Theory got cooked, Lamau, go back to wherever you came from. You come down and there's already a trans flag, freak. You come down just a little bit more and there's furries and Palestine flags and more gay people. Talking about the actual clip itself, it's really annoying that Critical Drinker and Mauler, two people that are supposed to be fighting against wokeness, are just bending the knee and defending Andor. And don't even get me started with that stupid bitch who should keep her mouth shut. I don't know who you are. Why are you trying to stand up to the guy who has Star Wars in his channel name? You're trying to correct him on Star Wars lore. You retard. Critical Drinker is somebody who I've never watched. I want nothing got to do with the guy because he's a retard who has no backbone. No, Andor isn't good. Neither is Daredevil Born Again or the sequel trilogy or Furiosa or any new woke piece of crap. And this guy is always there to back it up and say, well, it was actually pretty good. And Mauler as well. I don't know what you're doing trying to pull him up and correct Star Wars theory, going, well, how is that relevant? How is that relevant? How is that relevant? Watch Return of the Jedi, where Vader, at the end of it, the whole point of the movie is that Anakin was still inside of him. He's still a good person. Stop trying to interject and correct the dude that knows more about the thing that you're talking about. You spastic. And it's not just me. I think that a lot of people out there who are fans of Star Wars and comics and movies are getting let down by these people who, I'm annoyed to say it, are grifters. And that's something that gets thrown around a lot, but it actually is the truth in this situation. Why are you defending Andor? It's some piece of crap. Why aren't you turning around and say, oh, well, whatever happens in Andor doesn't really matter because it's fake Star Wars. It was made last week. Why are we even talking about it? Seriously, you can't trust anybody in this day and age. And the funny thing is, Star Wars Theory isn't even right wing or anything. The dude is just a normal fan of Star Wars. And that's probably why I respect him more than the Critical Drinker. Because the dude is actually authentic and believes what he's saying. He doesn't want politics or SA or swearing or weird crap getting forced into Star Wars that was never there to begin with. So if you agree with me on the fact that Star Wars Theory does not deserve this and what he's saying is the truth, then do let me know. And if you're a left-wing freak furry who hates Star Wars Theory, or if you're a spineless grifter hack like the Critical Drinker, then you can go screw yourself and go complain to your boyfriend.